Right, so we're on day 26 today and been at this lovely campsite. And like always, it's just about the people you meet. And yesterday or last night, met a lovely couple that could see I was desperate for a cup of tea, I think, and offered to make me a cup of tea and brought over. But I've just been, and again, they made me a cup of tea this morning, but we've just been having some really lovely chats. I'll get them to introduce herself.
So I'm Chris.
Danielle.
Sophia.
Sophia. And yeah, they're just here on holiday, and we've been having lovely talks. And like everything, everyone's got their experiences with PTSD, whether it's supporting or living with it. And some people don't understand, but some people really get it. And yeah, how have you found your holiday anyway so far?
Good.
Good, yeah. What's been your favourite part?
Where I've made lots of friends.
You made lots of friends. And I believe, are you going to the beach today?
Yeah.
Excellent. And yeah, we was just talking, and obviously don't say anything, I don't want to put you on the spot, but one, we was talking about, you know, our fitness and, you know, running as such, but it could be running, walking is helpful. But you was just saying that, you know, it's like that sort of stuff helps you
Mentally,
relax
yeah, it does, yeah. So I think, you know, any challenge really, exercise or, you know, is a real good benefit mentally. So as I was saying, you know, last year I got into sort of running. I did the Couch to 5K programme, worked my way up, and then did a couple of park runs last year.
Yeah, nice.
So it's been a massive benefit mentally. But and I'd urge everyone as well, if you see Dave on your travels, make him a cup of tea.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
2 sugars as well.
Yeah, I'll fill up with coffee and hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And I know, obviously, don't go into personal stuff, but we were saying about PTSD and experience, and we was just having a lovely conversation then about, you know, we haven't got signs above our heads and people don't know, but it's different for everyone, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Not everybody's got the same experience of PTSD and not everybody reacts in the same way in regards to help, etc. But I think it's important that people realise that this is a disability and it can cause, you know, people to become very inward and not want to share with people and things like that. And I think there needs to be more, you know, interest around, you know, how do we help these people? How do we integrate them into society better? So it's
and I think what's difficult and people don't realise is, so you've got PTSD or any sort of mental health, but then on top of that, you've got family, you're a mum, you've got a child, you've got a partner, husband, and you've got to be strong for all the parts as well as dealing with your own stuff in your head, and it's really difficult.
It is difficult, yeah. I think, you know, you've got, like you said, you've got your own demons in the back of your head, you know, but then you've got life, which doesn't stop for anything, especially kids and work, etc. And I think, you know, listening to your story and everything that you've been through, it just goes to show that you can come out the other side. You can be this strong person. And like I said, you've got a family and things like that. And it's just, you know, what you're doing is an incredible thing for anybody suffering with PTSD.
And I think it's right what you're saying, but it's important that, so coming out the other side, I think for me, I'm just learning to live with it different. So I know that it won't be, like, it's not going to go away.
No.
But, you know, just by doing this, meeting people like yourselves and listening to the different stories, people say to me, oh, you know, you're doing a great job. But they don't realise, even speaking to you, both of you, like how much that helps me as well, because it's not all one way. It's actually, you know, this is a good way of coping with stuff.
Yeah, and I think, you know, from your own experience, it's not just war and seeing those incredibly tough things that, like you said, as a firefighter or as a police officer, ambulance, etc. It can be something so simple that's happened in your life that will cause you to have this, you know, trauma and realise that, you know, you have got PTSD and, you know, the triggers and things like that, and it can stay dormant for such a long time, and then out of the blue something will trigger it and then you're back to square one as such. But
and also it's for kids any age, it's like normalising the fact that it's okay not to be okay, and it's okay to talk about stuff, and, you know, you're going to go through hard things, but there's no shame in any issues or
It's asking for help as well, isn't it? You know? And don't be afraid to ask for help.
No, I think we put so much pressure on about how we're going to be judged if we do ask for help. Especially, I think for the younger generation, the schools, I'm still not completely right, but I've noticed that kids are more in tune with that stuff. But our generation, we're very much, heads down and
we were told to, man up and you'll be fine and that. Whereas I think, children now, and especially for Sophia's age, etc., they're told how to deal, show them what feelings are. They understand what makes them sad, happy, angry, frustrated, and they're given the tools in school to try and deal with those, which is something that we were never told, that we could express our feelings and talk about our feelings. And I think it's key that for anyone, is just talk to people, and explain, do you know what, today I don't feel that great. I'll be okay, but I don't feel that great. And I think it's, and
we were talking earlier, and especially with the sad thing now with the younger generation is we know other kids can be brutal, and when it comes to bullying and things like that, and that's really difficult as well.
It is,
because,
it is, and I think it's a real worry as a parent. I think that and I think you've got the added issues as well, is that lots of different crimes are becoming a lot more in the news, etc. And you do worry because obviously you're sending these children to school, and you don't know how certain children are dealing with real problems in their life. And I think it's important that as parents you're talking to these children on a daily basis to find out how are they feeling, is there anything that they're worried about.
Yeah, no, it's good. Do you want to go off with see your friend
she
again?
wants to go.
Go on. Yeah. I don't blame. She's looking after my tent and all my equipment, sitting in the shade. Got my own little security, so that's good. But I just want to say, one, thank you very much for your hospitality and chatting, and it's been great. And for the tea, that's brilliant. And this is all about people like yourselves that meet and stuff like that. And just by chatting to me, you're not only supporting me, but you're supporting PTSD UK as well, and it's a really worthwhile thing that you're doing. But enjoy the rest of your day with the beach tonight, and I'll enjoy the rest of the day.
Enjoy your day.
Brilliant, thank you.
No, thank you.